Oh dear. Oh, too much? Is it even possible? You see? Too much what? I don't think you can. I know I'm being very vague. It is Friday, September 19th, 7:32 a.m. Friday, September 19th, 7:32 a.m. Oh, the year of our Lord 2025. Not my Lord. Yeah. So, can it be overdone? Yes, it can be overdone for if you decide that that's as far as you want to go with it, right? I don't want to go that far. Oh, no, no, no. So it is possible, but it's your choice, always your choice. And this whole idea that, oh, it's getting too something out there and it's encroaching on me. It's like, no, 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 no. Just do that. Block it, block it. It's all too much. Don't do it. I know it's hard. We're being encroached. It's a good word. I like that word. Um, yeah, it there are challenges to being free. Yesterday I had so much fun. I won't recap because that's part of the loop, part of the problem, part of the way in which we're fooled into thinking we can recreate, recreation. No, we're thinking we can recreate that which has already happened to us. And each time we do something, even if we're doing something that's very specific and precise in our own way of doing it over and over and over and over, it changes because everything around it has changed. You see, everything we're doing has an effect on everything that's happening out there. Everything we're doing is even though we might think it's the same thing over and over, it has a different effect because we're in a different time zone, we're in a different place, because nothing is stationary. Stationary. Don't worry, it's not a glitch. Ask me questions. I got some amazing answers sent to me last night. It was so brilliantly funny. Um, I sat on a stage, no audience, and I sat on a stage with a bunch of friends who were individually like islands creating sounds and music. And I was on a microphone and I had some written words, but then I put the book down and I was like, what's coming to me? And I just let it happen. I said, what's coming to me? What's coming to me? And it was a cacophony of sound, but there were pulses and rhythms and music in there. And I relaxed with it. I relaxed with it fully. And I let the music guide me. The music I could hear. A blend of drums and synthesizers and guitars. And it was washing over me. And it was washing over me. And it was washing over me. Live, love, life. Live, love, life. Live, love, life. Live, love, life. It was washing over me. Live, love, life. It was so transcendent. I really, for a few moments, I mean, might have been, this is the thing with time. It's like, it felt like a long time, but it wasn't a long time. It was a very short time. But that's us measuring it, and that's me trying to understand what happened instead of just, I was there in the moment, but now I'm trying to recreate it in my mind. So I can't, because the time has changed. But it was blissful. And that's what many people, I mean, we've been so indoctrinated by our everything, birth, school, work, death. I did a poetry reading early in the day, in the afternoon from 5 till 7. I sat amongst, strange word. Anyway, I sat in a circle with a bunch of other poets, but I was apparently chosen to be this month, because it's a monthly thing. I'll go next month too, but I was chosen to be one of the selected poets. Everybody in the room is a poet or an artist of some sort, but it was just interesting because I was put on the spot, and I tried really hard. I've got lots of poetry that I've pre-written poetry, and I also like to be in the moment. So I waffled a bit, and then I made stuff up, and then I told the truth, and then I asked the questions, and then I posed the actions that I'm taking towards living and loving in life. A lot of people have a lot of sad stories that they put in their. I do too. I mean, I'm not saying all these other poets, but their stories seemed either a mix between, because it's emotional, you see, but okay, a mix between certain emotions, but definitely the overriding emotion of most of the poets in there, who were mostly older people like me. Yeah, there wasn't anybody, no youth, which is sad. I mean, I like poetry a lot. The movement of words and meanings to evoke emotions, commotion. Yeah, it's communication, but it's in a artistic form. But there was nobody young there. Everybody there was. I'm going to look around the room again. Sat in a circle. Yeah, everybody there was in their 40s and up. So, and I was the featured poet, one of the featured poets. But anyway, I didn't over prepare. I've got a lot of poetry, but it's like I didn't over prepare. I mean, but I actually really, really enjoyed it because it was a sharing experience. You see, I think we truly are humans who, for the most part, I want to speak for anybody else, for the most part, we crave interaction. We want to be accepted into that circle. We want to be accepted for our individual expressions and individual being, but we want to be accepted into the circle. And that's most people. Most people don't know how to, because they're like either conditioned or they're shy, or many reasons. But I think, okay, I'm going to go into a little bit my own personal history. Year 2019, I started watching how people disassociate with each other. like took sides, 2016 was a political shift here in America, but United States of America, sorry. Lots of things in the world were shifting and changing, and then boom, we were told to not associate. So we were coerced into disassociation with others. Keep your distance, do the stupid thing, do the double stupid thing. We were all the other stuff that we were told to do. We were already in a difficult transitional period, and then boom, lockdown. And it has taken, in my opinion, it has taken a very long time for us to get back to, and I'm not saying go backwards, but to get into that pre-20 teens time when we freely associated with whoever we wanted. So it's taken a time because it's like coming out of, where did I go? Let me think, because this was a feeling I got yesterday. It was a feeling, it came from an odd place. I went into a place to meet somebody. It was such a bright, sunny exterior, and I went into a place that was dimly lit, and I couldn't see them, and it strained my eyes. Really like, so had this feeling of like, do I belong here? Weird, very strange feeling for me, because I know I belong here. Well, here. So I kind of tapped into a feeling of like, we're together separately. That's two hands. We're together separately, so even though we're inching our way back to connectivity from the silliness that's gone on over the last, and it seems like yesterday, but it's already 2025. I know, so weird. 6 years, 7 years of being challenged into something, and then being forced into something, and then coming out of it with so much anxiety, so much distrust. It is like exiting a cave. You've been in the dark for so long that the future's so bright, I've got to wear shades. That's a song from the 80s. But it's really time. It's now is the time. I really, really heartfelt feel so sorry for young people who are in their flush of youth, in the teens, 2013, 2014, 20, from then on, I felt they grew up in a world that those young people, they had a stunted growth. That they were supposed to interact. They were supposed to be motivated into doing great things, and yet they were coerced into locking it away and not trusting anybody. That's fucked up. And I blame global governments. All right, so I'm going to externally blame, even though, you know, we take personal freedom, personal responsibility for our freedoms. It's still, that still got enforced. I mean, I had two kids that went through that as kids, you know, and they became women during that period, and their level of distrust in society is just, I mean, it's not debilitating. I think they'll learn and they'll get through it, and they are, and I'm very aware and I'm very happy that they are seeing that they're free to do whatever they want to do. But it becomes a test of strength, and it should not be. You see, it should be natural, but it becomes a test of strength. Are you strong enough to be independent? And it's like, no, you should be independent. That's the point. We're independently strong and collectively even stronger. Okay, I know it's really basic what I'm saying, but a whole generation of people were coming into adulthood at a time when all their freedoms were completely restricted. It's gross. And it's like, whoa. I mean, that never really happened to me because I don't believe it. But the point is, whether I believe it or not, it happened. The whole of society was forced into, and even, you know, I mean, there were limitations on my interactions for sure. Thrown out of supermarkets for not wearing this or not doing it. It's, I mean, but it's, those are minor compared to the overall effect it has on the psyche, you know, and the being. It's hard. It was very, very difficult, and it was known that it was wrong, and they still went ahead and did it. And yet you still come out and you go, yeah, well, I think he might do better this time. Let's vote for him. What a load of shit. You don't need a leader. You need to be stronger. You're building back your strength. Getting out there, having fun, make stuff up. There are no rules anymore. They wanted you to fear that they were creating all these rules or enforcing all these rules or giving you all these rules. They wanted you to fear so much that you would fall in line with their rules, their regulations. But what it did for many, and I'm hopeful and I'm grateful for the fact that I'm blessed with that, is what it did for many was it actually did the opposite. It enforced more freedom. It made you feel more free to do what you want in a world that was already created for that reason. we are supposed to do what we want. Unless you're a blazing psychopath or a controlling lunatic, unless you're completely deranged, you should be able to do exactly what you want. As long as it doesn't harm anybody, that's freedom. Freedom is something much bigger than liberty. Liberty is acquiescing to the the idea of freedom. I don't want the idea of freedom. I want to be free. I know. Whew. I don't even know why I'm making this podcast, really, but I do feel that if I don't express the feelings I have inside right now, then they will be lost to time in a situation where I can't help anybody. And that's the point. Once you feel like you, whether you are or not, people judge me. I judge people. Blah, blah, blah. It's time to freely express your love in a world that's trying to stifle that love, unconditional love, love for fellow man. We have to advance. I had a friend, a person I know, goes online and talks like I do, which is fun, and I like it too. But she was questioning the validity of a celibate lifestyle, because we all have active choices. We can choose to do whatever we want, but she's chosen a path, a godly path to her, of celibacy and abstinence. Well, there is such a thing as celibacy syndrome, where you become isolated from reality. Well, isn't that what they tried to do? And I'll tell you something else. It's like you can get to the stage with being celibate, because I have been for a long time, and occasional breaks. But the point is, it's like abstinence is okay. Firstly, for a man, the accumulation of sperm is naturally released into your urine, and this whole idea that women have to give in to men because they'll get blue balls and it hurts, and it's like bullshit. That's just another excuse to get into your knickers. I'm telling you that because it's true. But the point is that release, that sexual pleasure, that desire that's in you is real. There's nothing wrong with expressing it. Doesn't mean you got to go around fucking humping trees, or like a little dog, humping somebody's leg. It's just no. Don't do that. But the point is, if we have access to joy, do we deny it? If we have access to joy, bliss, feeling good, do we deny it in ourselves? Naturally. I'm talking about natural things. I know it's going to sound crude, but it's like, I enjoy releasing. It's good. There's nothing wrong with it. But that doesn't mean I'm like looking for a way to release it. It just happens naturally. But it's a natural reaction to your body's stimulation. But the thing is, there are external stimulations, and here we enter society once more. There's way too much mind control going on. Flashing lights, naked ladies, naked men, naked dogs, naked cats. War, images of war, good people, evil people. Oh, we're the best, they're the best. All these propaganda tools, these bombardments are the antithesis of being human. They're not the real thing that you are. We need to be able to breed. The part of the sexual drive in humans is the necessity to keep the race alive. Abstinence and celibacy make it more and more. You increase your ability to not enjoy it, not to, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need this second cup of coffee. Nope. Don't need it. Nope. Not going to masturbate. I know it's hard, but I'm going to think of something else. I'm going to think of something horrible so as it doesn't get hard anymore. Oh, good. It's flaccid again. Bullshit. You're denying something in yourself. Sorry. I shouted bullshit. Why should I? It's not my business, is it? It's yours. The ability to breed. Celibacy, abstinence from sexual pleasure will eventually lead to the point where you don't really need it. And that's when they got you right where they want you. Not trusting other people that you can co-mingle with. Not producing naturally beautiful children to help our race along and to enjoy having children and having them grow up and teaching them the beautiful things about this wonderful, abundant planet we live on. They'll have you in, oh, big word coming, parthenogenesis, big black nemesis. They'll have you believing that you don't need to breed. Yeah, we got it. We got it. We can make them in a lab now. We'll just harvest some eggs. We got banks full of sperm, and we can select which ones we use. We don't need yours. You're too rebellious. You're too much of an individual. We want more for the collective worker bees. Oh, I know. We can make. Oh, if we put this in this bank, if we put all those deposits over here, these are willing workers. Oh my gosh, yes. We put them with. I mean, see where they're going? It's like geneticists, genetics, geneticism. This interference is eugenics is part of genetics. Eugene? Oh, we go too far. Why do we go too far? I think I said this was too much. This is there ever too much? Well, there's never too. Okay, there's never too much knowledge. There's way too much killing, war, death, controlling. There's way too much. But our free expression, no. So that's why I'm freely expressing. I'm noticing lots of things in this silly thing they call, and they have to label everything like, oh, cancel culture. Let's talk about cancel culture. Well, I'm cancelling myself out. That's your choice. You can cancel yourself out. It's okay. But if the society is telling you, don't do that, you're not good enough, or you look crazy, or you shouldn't do that because it's embarrassing for yourself. It's like bullshit. I can do what I want. I'm a free expressionist. I can be an artist. I can be anything I want to be. I can be Superman. I can be little man. I can be no man. I can be every man. It's all in you to choose as your right of choice and your rite of passage into humanity. And if you don't express it, they won't let you. And if you do express it, they'll say, we can reward you for expressing it, but you have to do it this way. And you're like, no, I'm free expressing. If I do it that way, I'm not free expressing. I'm doing it the way you think I should do it. Untrained musicians sitting around playing instruments and feeling confident enough to just go for it anyway. That's what I did at the end of last night. Sitting around with people that, for the most part, didn't have much command over the instrument they were playing. We random instruments, you know. I mean, it was interesting because at first it sounds a little like a cacophony of sound, but then if you focus in on what it is, the rhythm, the polyrhythm, the harmonics, the it's not necessarily musical, but you eventually get to the point where you understand its frequency. It's a frequency. Oh my gosh, it's a frequency. Where's this frequency taking me? Well, it's not taking me down. I'm really experiencing the raising of the frequency through sound. Oh, it's a phenomenal feeling for me, and I love it. And so did the other people that were involved in it last night. A couple of people left a little early because I don't know whether they felt embarrassed or incompetent, or they just had enough and just said good night. I don't know, but a couple of people left early from this jam session of local people that were in one club where the sound system was provided and the lighting and the visuals, everything was provided, and we got to takes me back to very young, like, gosh, I can remember being like 4 or 5 years old in a in a free expression dance in the gymnasium. I'm in my handmade V-neck sweater, blue with the gold, grey itchy shirt underneath, and school tie and school shorts. God, long socks and awfully tight and horrible shoes. But we were encouraged to take our shoes and socks off and to dance. So we sit down and it was in a big circle. There was many of us. Oh God, I've got to remember this. I've got to go there. Teacher goes, shh, shh, just listen to the music. The teacher goes, shh, take your shoes and socks off. Everybody stand around. Find a little bit of space for yourself in the gym. Shh, listen to the music. And she turns up this music, and it's a classical piece. Don't even know what it is, but it is kind of very pleasing. And she said, now sway in the breeze. Pretend you're a blade of grass and you're swaying in the breeze and you're growing and you're like a stalk of corn or wheat. You're blowing in the wind. And then I'm going to ask you to be things. She was very, this is all coming back to me. Right. I want you to be a tree. Be a tree. And we're all stood there like this. Now be a tree in the breeze. Now be a rock. And it's like, and then she puts on some faster music. She said, now dance. And it was an encouragement to freely express and get it out. Shake yourself out of your funk as a child. Because, you know, I was there in my uniform and felt so laced up. And it worked. I mean, it worked because we were encouraged by an elder of the tribe to freely express. And I think that's the only thing I really learned at school was how to freely express my emotions, even though the indoctrination of the schooling system was also being enforced. I was too rebellious for that. So I was like, I'll take what I want from this. So free expression was really good. But I think after I was 6 or 7 years old, I was like, I'm done with school. I don't need this. And it took me a while to work out how to not do it. But eventually I ran away from school. Ran away from, it's not true. Eventually I didn't go to school. Much after 11 years old, I was like, nah, I don't want to do this. So I used to just bunk off of school all the time. I never stopped learning. I never stopped unlearning. Excuse me. But it's weird that we've forgot how to free express. We're so embarrassed by, oh, you're not beautiful enough. You're not thin enough. You're not fat enough. You're not tall enough. You're not short enough. You're not ugly enough. It's beautiful. Bullshit. We have free expression. And part of that is the expression of our love. The most important thing is the expression of our love, our unconditional love for each other. And that's taken away as soon as you're born, right? First thing they do, they take you out of the mother and they go, and they wrap you up really, really tight, and they take you away from the mother and they stamp you as like, oh, another human. And they might put you back with the mother, but it's like, it's all enabling us to forget that love is the most powerful source on this planet. The love of each other as human beings. That's it. I'm going to leave because I'm waffling off. And, you know, for a lot of people, this might all be too much. So I think I started this with too much. Well, know your own limits. Don't stop yourself from expressing yourself freely just because somebody else says so. If it's all too much for you, take little steps, but take steps. Do not stop in your tracks because they told you to stop in your tracks. It's like, fuck, no. Get out there, meet people, love life. Okay, live, love life. Same bullshit. Every day, live, love life. Mantra, live, love life. Heal others when you're well enough to do so. Help heal others. Help them understand that a free life is so much more rewarding than this caged life that they put you in. Anyway, love. Sorry,